I really enjoyed the first season of Ahsoka. A lot of people didn't because they couldn't find a relationship with the characters. And if you haven't seen Star Wars The Clone Wars animated series or Rebels, then a lot of the characters don't really have much meaning. Without giving away any kind of spoilers, I'll tell you a little bit if you haven't seen either of the animated shows. There is a Mandalorian character named SABINE WREN, and there is a Jedi Padawan named Ezra Bridger. Ezra Bridger gives his lightsaber to SABINE WREN, and that is what we're going to be reviewing today. Let's go. Greetings to all my Jedi and Sith companions. I'm your host, the Frugal Jedi, and thank you for joining me for this unboxing and review. Today we're looking at a SABINE WREN lightsaber by a store called PLUTTSPORTIONS.com. Plutts Portions is a store created by a Star Wars fan. His goal was to help people find lightsabers at the very best price and help them to decide whether they want LGT with the Xeno or SM Pixel or RGB, and he has all of that. He has access to the full catalog of TXQ and LGT Nexus. And if you noticed, the prices are insanely low. He is not making a ton of money selling these sabers. He just wants to help people, and that's amazing. The model we're looking at today is the XENO V3 SABINE WREN saber, and it sells for just under $325 US with free shipping. You can also get it in Profi, and the Profi edition sells for just under $350 US, again with free shipping. And on top of that, he's even offering a coupon code. You can enter Frugal Jedi 5 and receive an additional 5% off your order. I am so happy and excited to be working with him, and I don't want to wait any longer, so I'm going to point the camera down and let's start unboxing it. This is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. You have the polished look on the chrome, the black, the gold accents, that red around the button there. I mean, this is so accurate to the TV show. And the fact they also give you an emitter, which is even more screen accurate, so you can swap it out. They just screw in. So if you're not displaying it with a blade, you're going to use this one. And yes, it's just perfect. I love this. And what's cool is the button. So you can use it like a standard button where you click it, or you can use it where you use the spring. So with your thumb on it, you can do that, and it does exactly the same thing. There is a secondary button hidden on the metal plate here, right at the top. That's more for Profi. But XENO V3 can be programmed to use two buttons, and I'm not 100% sure if this one has been programmed for that, but we'll find out. Just going to take the pommel off and have a look at the core. Oh, yes. I love cores that are removable. Makes it so easy to charge and easy to access the micro SD cards on the soundboards. So this is such a great design. So you have your USB-C charging port on the bottom there, your battery, and you have a kill switch. So you can have this completely off and not have to worry about your battery draining, or when you're taking out your micro SD card, you flip it to off and that'll kill the power for sure, and you don't have to worry about corrupting your micro SD card. And a welcome change is the fact that they are using the slide in and out holder, not the one that uses a little spring door. The springs, if they ever popped and lost their place, to fix those things, oh my goodness. It took me like an hour to fix one of mine. I had to use tweezers and get the spring to grab the little door so it would close and stay shut. I am so glad that they went back to this design where it's just slide in and slide out. Really easy. That's great. So I'm going to flick this to on. And let's put the core back in the saber. And it's not keyed or anything. So I don't know if you can see inside there, but it's just the metal plate where these pins are going to touch. So it really doesn't matter which way that this is rotated. It won't make a difference. You're just going to put the pommel on, and the pommel is going to push that core so those pins are making contact. Like so. And then I'll wake the saber up, hold the button down.
Power on.
There it goes. So before I attach the blade and before I do anything else, I'm going to connect this to the Bluetooth app. I want to make sure that the firmware is up to date, number one. So I'm just going to pull up my phone here. So I'm going to load the Xeno Configurator.
App connected.
And it connected. And I love the fact that it shows you battery life. That's great. So now I'm going to tap on the bottom right icon, which is that little globe, kind of looks like Saturn. And I'm going to tap where it says Saber Connected. And then you can see Update Software. I will tap on that. It says New Software, Upgrade or Not. Sure. And we want to make sure that we keep the phone and the saber close together while the upgrade is happening. It does take a bit of time, so I'm going to speed this up, but just be patient and let it do its thing. Almost done.
Beginning update. Update successful.
And it is done. One other thing I like to do is I like to rename the saber, just because it's very generic, and if you have more than one XENO V3 Bluetooth connected to this phone, they're all going to be called saber. So you want to be able to distinguish which one's which. And to do that, from the main page, tap on the top section there where it says saber. We want to choose rename from this list. Now I can call it either Ezra, or I can call it Sabine. I can call it SABINE WREN, or Bridger, or Bridger Wren, whatever. It's hard, right? It's like, okay, it was Ezra's. Ezra didn't want it. He did give it to Sabine. So it is technically SABINE WREN's saber. So let's call it Sabine. And click on Save. Okay, I also want to go down my basic settings, and I want to turn on velocity mode, torch mode, ghost mode, lightning block, blaster, multi-block, and multi-lock. I'm going to turn them all on because they're really cool, and I don't know why they disable them. And in the demonstration, I'll show you each one of those. They're really neat. Okay, and then motion control. Make sure the motion controls are all turned on. Everything in the app looks good now. So I'm going to get the blade, take off the cellophane, and attach it to the hilt. Now there's one more setting which I'm going to enable in the app. Because there's no lights on the outside of this hilt, there's no light on the button, so you can't see how many blinks it's doing. There is a way to set a counter so it'll make a beeping sound, so I can know how long I'm pressing that button for. Otherwise, I'm just guessing, right? So like 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3.
Velocity mode.
So let me just do that right now. So I've reconnected it to the Bluetooth app, and if you have a look on the main page, click on the second button on the bottom there, and under others you'll see countdown. I want to enable that. Now when I use the button, it'll make a beep.
Volume low.
So you heard that, right? So now if I want to have 2 beeps,
Rainbow blade.
so there's thar.
You are a pirate!
Arr!
He's losing his mind.
So there are my blade styles. And then 3 beeps would be my ignition types.
Torch mode.
So that's really nice that Xeno does that. And lastly,
Moonfield.
if you just hold the button down, it'll cycle through sound fonts. And the other way you can cycle through sound fonts is have the blade tilted downward and rotate it this way.
The Chosen. New Horizon.
And if I use the button, it'll go the other direction through the list.
The Chosen.
So very fast.
New Horizon. The Dark Sword.
To activate the saber, you can twist your wrist, you can stab, you can swing, you can tap the button. You have blaster, you have lock up, and a whole bunch more. But instead of me sitting down and showing you how they all work, it'll be much easier if I'm standing up, and we'll dim the lights so you can see all the cool things that this one can do. Check this out. The core has a red light, which tells you it's on, and when you're charging this, it'll also breathe red. It also has extra LEDs as well on the sides, and it actually matches the blade style, so this is a rainbow blade. That's really cool.
There, do your thing.
You can see the melt, how the tip lights up and changes colors when you rotate the handle. You can change colors on the fly. Have the blade tilted down, hold the button and twist. If I twist in one direction, I'll show you.
Color change.
That'll do a quick color change.
Color select.
If you want to do a different color change, hold it down and twist the other way.
Color change.
And now you can rotate the handle and it'll just go through the color wheel, which is really cool.
Color selected.
And then press the button to stop it.
Color change.
Pressing the button for 2 blinks will do the infinite color cycle.
Color selected.
You can hear those accent swings. Beautiful.
Flash blade.
To enter multi-lock mode, first put the saber into lock mode, so hold the button and tap it. Then hold the button for 1 second, let go. It'll say enter multi-lock mode. Now whenever I strike, it automatically goes into lock mode. Then to exit multi-lock mode,
Exit multi-lock.
tap the button for 1 second and it'll exit it. For blaster blocks, just tap the button. And if you want to enter multi-block mode, hold the button down and swing the saber.
Enter multi-block mode.
Now, it'll automatically block whenever I move the saber and stop. And then to exit multi-block mode, hold the button down, swing it,
Exit multi-block mode.
and it exits. So here's velocity mode. And the more I swing it, the further the blade will extend. So this is torch mode. And as I start to point the blade down, it gets shorter and shorter.
Moonfield.
This is the only sound font that has music. And to play the music, while the saber's in standby, have it with the blade tilted up, and then rotate. Rotate again to stop it, and if I rotate again, it'll go to the next track. We can leave the music on. It is now time for my final thoughts. I'm going to give this SABINE WREN saber from PLUTTSPORTIONS a score out of 5 stars based on 4 categories. The first category is value for money. Are you getting a good replica saber for the amount you're spending? With this one, 110% you are. It is beautiful and it looks so accurate, and you have the extra emitter. And if I'm going to choose a SABINE WREN replica saber, there's a Force Effects Elite one coming out, and the price is only like $25 less than this one. So, I mean, if you want my opinion, spend the extra bit of money and get this one. And you can also save a little bit if you use the coupon code to get an extra 5% off. Value for money, perfect. It's getting 5 stars. The next category is design. I like the button, how it springs like that. That's really cool. The shape of it, the way it looks, I mean, how did they do it so perfectly? It's just incredible. I like the removable core, and I like that added touch that the core actually lights up as well. And that kill switch, right? Just kill the power, don't have to drain your battery, and now you can take your micro SD card out without corrupting anything. Design-wise is perfect. I have no complaints with it. Design, I'm giving it 5 stars. The next category is features. XENO V3 is packed. You have all those sound fonts. You have Blaster, Flash on Clash, Lockup, Tip Drag, Melt, Force Lightning Repel, Force Effects, Gesture Controls, the Bluetooth app, and it just goes on and on. And in the future, you're going to be able to create your own custom effects as well, just that it's not ready yet. But features-wise, I mean, compare this to a Force Effects Elite.
You serious?
And this is miles, leagues ahead of anything from Force Effects. Features, perfect, 5 stars. The last category is quality. 36-inch blade, phenomenal quality. The metal on the hilt, the threading, the way everything lines up. They even got the lineup perfectly done with the ring and the emitter. Clean threading, great sound quality. I can't complain. Quality, 5 stars. Now I have the hard job of doing math. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, and I have to do division, and yeah, anyways. The SABINE WREN lightsaber by PLUTTSPORTIONS gets a perfect 5 out of 5. If I could give this saber a score of 10 out of 5 or 20 out of 5, I would. Like, I am that impressed by how perfectly designed and manufactured. Everything about this saber just tells me that this is the champion right here. Love it. If you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more reviews like this, as well as other cool stuff from Star Wars. And tap that bell so you're staying up to date whenever I release a new video. Until next time, I have been your host, the Frugal Jedi. Thank you all for watching. May the Force be with you.